Como guys, my name is JBuilds and welcome back to another episode of Kingdoms of Avalon. I'm here up at the castle and you can see there has been a lot of work that I have done fairly recently. I went in and I terraformed this whole mountain range going around the castle, so now the castle is much more elegant. It's up on top of this really cool mountain that I've custom terraformed. But I've also added some more terrain going around the mines, making it look more like something people have mined out or would mine out in the future. And you can see I went ahead and I took out the entire castle because I just hated the look of it. It just did not look good. You can see there's some world edit mistakes there, but I went and I edited a ton of this area. You can also see down there I've been working on something that I will get to a bit later. But first, in today's episode, I want to work on the castle, and there's definitely something that I'm going to do with this area down here. This is some sort of a cave. It's got a lot of water in it. It's pretty waterlogged, but I'm planning on doing something with it. So, first of all, I don't know if this is like granite deposits and like gravel deposits, but that does not look naturally generated. It might be something with World Painter, I don't know. But the first thing that we need to do is start to set up the castle levels. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a basement to the castle, and we're probably going to have several layers. So I'm just going to do that in the form of a time lapse and kind of show you guys what I'm doing as I go. Alright, well, with that out of the way, I think that looks pretty good with the terrain kind of moving around it. And I do think that the new castle actually adds a lot more than the old one, especially with the, I still don't know what they're called, the little spikes there. But I will do the interior to the castle at a later date. It's looking really amazing, and I also think the mines look much better now. I might want to add some different details along this area, but I think the mines look fantastic as of right now. The thing you can see over there, that's going to be Avalon City, and you can see I already have a pretty well-developed path leading around Avalon City, so I'm just going to go in here and kind of do a bit of terraforming, and I'm probably going to put together this path a bit more, just to give it a bit more functionality, because there was a mistake earlier that I made that kind of got rid of all of the stone that was actually on the path, so I'm going to go and fix that. What is this? There's just floating grass. Don't know whether I want to keep this or remove it. I don't know, tell me in the comments, should I remove the grass or keep it? I might try to do a little poll thing in the corner if I can understand how that works. Alright, I think at this point I'm just kind of spamming oak saplings, and we can let them grow over time and populate this area with trees. But one thing that I definitely do want to do is I want to add a sparkle to some of these trees. So I think I'm probably going to put down some end rods in some of them and under some of the branches, and that'll give it a bit of a sparkle to the passerby at night. It'll kind of give it a bit of a feeling of safety as they're going through. And I might actually probably go in later with some leaves, and I can extend a canopy over the path, just so it's the full effect, where it's lit up and it's also kind of dark and scary, but the lights are there and showing the way of the path. And I might do this exclusively with the spruce trees. I have something planned with all the oak trees along the path. I might have to do some facing up with my custom trees, because I still want to add light to these, but it's hard to, since they more pillar. They have a more stepping kind of a thing, rather than this sort of bulbous effect. On this side, we do seem to be getting a lot more of those mega trees, which I don't really like. as much, but I don't mind because they still add to that foresty effect. Ooh, and I love what it looks like going through here. Now, the thing that I wanted to add in is I wanted to add in sweet berries. So I kind of want to add them in like they are growing from the tops of the oak trees. I saw this in a video because they look a lot like apple trees if you kind of set them in there. Alright, I think that's nice. It adds a bit of a reddish color to the path, and it's free food for the passerbys. Just gonna finish it off by adding quite a few more down at the bottom here, since there's a lot more of these trees. You'll notice I'm only really doing it facing the path, because that's the only place that people are going to see them. So this whole area is kind of taking shape, but I might want to do something with this top layer of grass. There's a lot of room up here, since I just recently terraformed this entire mountain. This is going to be the main city of Avalon, and you'll notice there's a lot of wool everywhere, marking some different spaces in between the paths. All of the red wool sections are where houses are going to be. The brown is where shops are going to be, and that green is where parks are going to be, and the gray stuff is for towers and for the castle or fort or whatever it's going to be. That's all going to go in the gray area, and I'm going to go in here and just make some edits and add some stuff. So I think 3 towers would be nice, and I will get the towers done in a future episode, but unfortunately there's not a lot of time that I have for this episode, and I'm probably going to have to end it right about now. It's been a lot of fun, and I've done actually quite a bit, considerable amount in this episode, and I definitely want to get something done with this castle. I want to get the interior on here, I want to finish off the plaza, and I want to do something with Avalon City, but there's a lot to do. There's quite a bit to do, and I spent most of it terraining this mountain, which I hope looks nice. I might add some cottages along this area. This is probably going to be less major shipping. This is going to be major shipping. It might take the same look as the plaza here. And of course there's some docking. And this is where the plaza actually begins. And it's sort of tiered here. And it's just going to look like this, but with additional shops just for this whole stretch. I'm planning on doing something with the city area up here, and over there is going to be a logging area. This big chunk of land is going to be for logging. And again, we have that weird thing going on with the water here. That was something to do with World Painter, and I might do something with that. I also have to put in a canal. There's going to be a canal going through. But there's a lot to do. I have it all on a list. I have it all on a map. And I'm starting to lose my voice. My voice is just starting to get a bit sore. So I'm going to end the video here. Again, there's a lot to do, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you can share the video or subscribe or do something to support the channel, because all the support really helps and means a lot. But thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.